Alright guys, today's video is a little more tactic driven, but it's also super timely. Today is obviously October 23rd, and today I wanted to talk about, I think right now is the best time in the woods here in the Midwest to be a mobile hunter. If you look at myself, the last 3 bucks I killed, 2 of which have come late October on this kind of time frame, and basically today I wanted to shoot a video and just discuss and talk about the tactics and what we're doing this time of year. And I think maybe that this can help a few people out literally right now in the timber. So I talk about it being the best time of year for like a mobile hunter or a public land hunter. And a lot of things go into that for a few areas. One, the buck sign is there. It is visible, you can see it. 10 days ago, it wasn't as prevalent. But scrapes are opening up, rub lines are defined, and so you're not wasting your time just walking looking for buck sign like you know, it can be a much tougher deal early October. Also, bucks are active right now. They're moving a lot more. We're seeing a lot more, even on the roads driving right after dawn and dusk. You know, it's something that we've seen more deer from the road. Our friends are observing more deer. You know, I've got a pretty good network of people, and also our trail cam photos. We are seeing a good amount of bucks in daylight, especially around scrapes this time of year. And in fact, that's how I got it done the other day. Something else to be noted if you're like a public land guy right now is pressure. A lot of people take that rut vacation starting around November 1, so you've got a few days here ahead of that to hopefully capitalize on deer you may know about, that the out-of-state guy who's never scouted and doesn't run the trail cams in your area, you know, you've got to beat up there, and it's time to capitalize. Personally, I feel that way. Obviously, scrapes are being used. That's a tactic that I literally was able to capitalize on 48 hours-ish ago. And right now, that kind of coincides with the time of year and the weather going on. We've got some cooler temps in the forecast, so the deer are liking that. We've got some fronts that are coming through. And so you've got a few things that are really working for you. Even the average temperature overall is much more comfortable for a deer to move than even a week ago. This time of year, Dave talks about this a lot with me, and bucks go on scouting missions. You know, they kind of go keep tabs on a few of those better doe groups. So, you know, they may not necessarily be cruising for a hot one, but think about when you go to hunt, you got to do a little scouting. Well, these bucks are going to be hunting these does here in the next 2 weeks or whatever, 10 days. They got to do some scouting. So that's something that you can definitely capitalize on, and even see some mid-ish morning movement. Maybe they're poking around once those thermals kick up. So that's something to definitely consider. The other thing that we do this time of year, and it's a term we use, scout your way in. And this has literally been the go-to method for like I said, 2 out of the last 3 bucks I've harvested. And that is, you are getting a 2-for-1. You are not only scouting, but you are scouting and hunting. And you can make the best decision because you don't have a predetermined tree, but you have maybe an area in mind. And this can be something where you're kind of going for a walk. You have a general destination in mind, and you may not hang a stand, but you can literally make the best judgment call based on what your eyes are telling you, what's going on in the timber. And it's something that I think is definitely utilized for an evening type hunt where you have the ability to see on your way in. The other thing to consider now too is PTO. This is kind of a tip I've used here recently, is burning 2 to 4 hours if you're capable at the day job, and get in a couple better evening hunts and do some of these scout your way in type missions. Even if these scout your way type missions don't necessarily put you on a buck now, here in the next 7 days when the rutting activity really starts to ramp up, maybe you can correlate some better buck sign that you've visually seen here right at the end of October and be in position November 1st, 2nd, 3rd to get on something of the caliber you're after. The other, I guess, quick tip before I wrap up this video is the family communication. You can kind of see 7-10 days out right now the couple better weather days. So if you're going to try and squeak in 3 or 4 evening hunts here over the next 7 days, go ahead and communicate that with the wife. You know, let them know it's coming. That definitely always goes well, but you can kind of see it at this point. as for the whitetail experience, I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch this video. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Head over to our Facebook, social media. We just posted a few pics of the buck I was able to harvest this week. As always, Team Harder and Bucks, good luck out there.
You're standing in the scrape, you killed him, man.
And my tree, 7 yards right here. Not this dead one, I would never do that. I literally put my platform yay high. And was just right there. He came around the corner, I saw him at 12 yards and turned the camera on and got the full draw. Started sticking his head, you know, in there, and he was pretty broadside. I let it rip. And decent shot, 7 out of 10. We had okay-ish blood for 100 yards and then went MIA. Come back the next day, do a grid search. And luckily, early on in the grid search, I happened to look up an adjacent hillside and could see his butt sticking out, and it was him. This guy right here. Hard-earned bucks, baby. Big woods.